Hello, fellow cardfighters. Today I have a deck profile for Vanguard. Not a future card Buddyfight deck, but I was doing Paladin deck in a local tournament I had. There was 25 to 27 people, and in the game I actually won against Amaterasu Cross Ride, 2 LJ decks, 1 Maelstrom Cross Ride deck with some Rivon techs, last card Rivon techs. There was also an Eradicator Descendant reverse deck, 2 Revengers, and I always said 2 Link Joker Nebula Lords. One was a stand deck, one was a crit deck. Let's get it on with. So, you thought this was an Narukami? Nope, Liberator. So, the top 4 was actually Liberators, 2 Nebula Lord decks, 1 Eradicator deck. So this deck took most of the games I won 2-0. Except when I faced LJ, they were just really hard. They just have a really strong strength against this deck. I mean, usually the time that I won was because they didn't break ride. Every Lord really needs this break ride to win most of the time. But let's get on with. Spring Breeze is pretty good. Counter Blast 1, put him to Soul, check top 3, call it, go Paladin, rested. He helps you get cards like Josephus and Bagpipe Angel off, and Bruno and stuff. Next off, for my grade 3s, I run 3 of the Break Ride, Gancelot. So Gancelot is pretty much right now, the only Gold Paladin Break Ride. He's also Liberator. When you ride him, you get 10k, so yeah, as usual, but you get 5k to 3 rear guards. So pretty good for pushing. I usually, most of the time, Break Ride him. You don't really need to Break Ride. That's why I run 3, because the Break Ride isn't that good. He's okay, though. He sounded good when he came out, though. Not as good now. Next up, I run Tiga Armor. He just helps play your field. Like when I was facing Narukami reverse deck, they just kind of destroyed my whole field, and then I called this. I got 2 crits, 1 Josephus, 12k attacker, and 1 Marin. So pretty good. He also he lets you put triggers back in the deck. Like if you have like a grade 1 call and you just put a trigger back in the deck or something, it gets 4,000, so you can hit some good numbers if you have like a 7k booster to the 10k. So that's pretty good about him. Yeah. So I've only used that skill once because I had a Josephus behind here, and I just needed to like, push for more so I could put like a trigger back because there was a Marin trigger row, which was what I did. Next I run the star deck is so King of Knights Alfred or Round Table Liberator or whatever. So I really like him, that SP though. I like the SP because I actually got a whole bunch of boxes and I didn't get many SPs, but when I went to tournaments for BT10 and I got some BT10, I actually got 4 packs in this really small tournament, and what I got was an Alfred, 1 Perfect Guard, and 2 rares of something, like, I think, but it doesn't matter. But so it was pretty amazing pulls. So that was pretty good. He's just really good at hitting high numbers, especially with the 10k booster here. You really need the 10k booster just to hit that 31 very consistently. What happened, especially, you want to use, you want to start pretty quickly, because remember, he's not a Liberator. Sometimes I had him on the field, and I did not know he's a Liberator, and I was like, oh shit. My opponent didn't even realize it. I did, and I retired him for a draw trigger. It's like, why do you do that? Because I need a Liberator. You didn't even know. So I could have got away with it if I really wanted to. But, yeah. Next up for my grade 2 lineup, I run 1 SP BBL. Funny story about BBL was, I traded away all my BBLs for, I traded them all away because, to make one of my decks, to get some Chows and I think some Dark Regular stuff. And, so what happened was, I won a tournament, like a few months ago, and I got a box. No, it was a box? Yeah, it was a box. And I got an SP BBL out of it. Pretty cool. And, I mean, sometimes your opponent doesn't retire rear guards a lot, so you have extra counter blast, and BBL just uses it. I mean, one cool thing that happened, I was facing a Revenger player, so, second game, I thought he was going to win, because he rolled his grade 3 first, but we were both grade locked on our, I was grade locked on my SP BBL, and he was grade locked on his SP Blaster Dark Revenger. I mean, well, then again, he had like 2 SPB Blaster Dark Revengers, so he had a higher chance, but it was still pretty cool. We're like, we kept making jokes about setting up our avatar and stuff. So I run 4 Scrads, pretty cool. I mean, back in the day, Vivian was really hard to get because she was a triple R. He's really easy to get. I mean, he just had, you just want to, like, your opponent wonders why you have a big hands because you, your opponent usually tries to get rid of cards like these. Because it's just to annoy your opponent, they just sponge up their attacks, so he's really good. That's what I like him for. Next, for my grade 2 lineup, I run 2 Backpack Angel. I mean, she's really good. I mean, I was facing Great Dayusha, and I just couldn't hit those cross-ride numbers against them, like 18 or more. So what I did was, I called her with Alfred, right? And that's how I won the game, just because she let me hit those good cross-ride numbers. And I didn't even get any triggers. I just won that way. Next, I run 4 Fallon. I mean, he just helps because sometimes you call triggers with, like, Alfred's skill or Garmor's, and he just makes it, like, a lot better to use. So, yeah. Pretty good. For my grade 1 lineup, I run 4 Perfect Guard. You have to use meta, because sometimes you ride them. You ride your Perfect Guard sometimes just because there's some better grade 1s that you can hold on to. So, yeah, I run 4. So yeah, self-explanatory. I like him a lot. Next I run 4 Josephus. I run 4. I just like getting him off a lot. I only got him off once with Alfred, and I believe 3 or 4 times with the starter, and I think only once with Garmor, because I only used Garmor once in the whole game, in the whole tournament, so yeah, pretty good. For my grade 1 lineup, I run 2 Marins. Marin's the 10k attacker for grade 1s. She's a 7k booster, really good. I like applying early pressure in the deck, so I will never get Marin out of it. I'll always run at least 2, because she's really good to ride sometimes, and I just like getting at that early game pressure. Like, I don't have to call grade 2, I don't have one, it's grade 1, just attack with that 10k. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next I run 2 Luz. Luz is just really good with Alfred. You want to hit that 31k really consistently with Alfred. And self-explanatory there. Bruno's like the Shooky of the deck. I mean, I wasn't running him in the beginning, but I mean, one guy, he was running 4 of them, but he didn't. Because there's no Liberate player, but he got like last place. But he was running 4. He didn't run any Marins, but I just think 2's good. I mean, like, he needs a 10k. He's like a 12k attack just to be good, because there's not many times you can call him more than 1. I mean, I never called him when I used my Garmor, so he wasn't that good. So running 2 is pretty good. Next is my triggers. I run 4 heals. Self-explanatory there. 4 draw. I mean, you need a hand, and sometimes you don't have a hand. These just really help you. They're the best thing with damage check, if you ask me, other than heals. But they're really good. You always get a draw. There's 4 crits. Then there's 8 crits here. And that is the deck. I hope you liked my Liberators. It's a 2 SP deck, so yeah, pretty good. I hope you like this deck profile. Bye.